I want to talk about the hell loop that fluid retention and cortisol alone on a person that doesn't have endometriosis or other underlying health issues, and how it relates and actually makes women with endometriosis hold more water weight or fat. And I'll explain that in a second. But let me explain this perspective first because it'll make more sense. If you're finding yourself worrying about survival things like rent, what you're going to do next, stuff like that, just constantly putting yourself in that fear loop, then what happens is your body releases more cortisol, which then it's basically like a protective barrier that your body creates because it doesn't feel safe. So if you're constantly stuck in that spiral of what am I going to do, like, oh my gosh, fear, panic, you're actually feeding that fear unknowingly, subconsciously. But it's like a catch-22 or a double-edged sword, because it's like, okay, well, what do I do? So the fear still lives, but you're unknowingly feeding it by feeding that fear, if that makes sense. You're unknowingly feeding the fear by continuing to worry about it instead of trusting what this is saying. Now, how it makes it worse for women with endometriosis or any health conditions that are blocking your lymphatic flow, because any internal body eating itself disease does eventually turn into blockages of your lymphatic flow, which causes your nodes to harden or congest and create a dam, so it pools. I learn better by visuals, so I had to kind of show. Now, women with endometriosis, especially with adhesion still or recurring, even if you've had excision surgery, your adhesions are going to layer up the more that your nervous system's dysregulated and the more that you're, actively trying to work through those hell loops. And I know it's fucking hard. It's fucking impossible because we were all born into that hell loop of fear, control, manipulation. And the void is literally fighting through that, fighting for you, finding your identity, and pushing through that to be on the other side. And there is another side. No matter what you're going through, no matter your health issues, there's always an other side. You just got to keep pushing through. And a lot of people don't make it to that point because some people can't handle being uncomfortable in the void. Some people can't handle the push that it takes to get to your dreams and your desires. And I'm saying this because I'm currently going through it. It is fucking hard. And the reason why I brought all that up is because I also wanted to mention what I'm doing that's helping me work through it. Endo girls specifically, we have to do lymphatic massages all the time. And I learned how to do them for myself. And I will explain it the best the way that I can. And if you have any questions on it, you can always message me. You can always message me with any questions that you have, because I'm an open book. I want to answer. I want to help. And this is also part of my business that I'm trying to create. My goal, before I get too sidetracked, I want to finish explaining this, but my goal is to advertise haircuts for people in the Fort Walton Beach, Destin area to come here. I have a barber chair set up in my condo, but virtually I can do, tarot readings, and I'd love more than anything to help coach you through these things, especially because I'm actively doing the research and pushing through that void to understand it so I can help others. I would love more than anything to help you too, because it'll help me. But also going back to what I was saying is that my panic attack that I had this morning it has not been pretty. I'm going to be very real, honest, raw, and everything like that, and all the in-betweens. My panic attacks have consisted, even before I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. Like, he treated me so badly to the point where I have to scream to get it out. Don't want to get into detail about that scenario, but I just wanted to point out that it started happening well before I even realized what was going on. But literally that happening is because my nervous system was so capacitated, and somebody had hurt me so bad to the point that I've had enough from being hurt like that my entire life that my nervous system's like, we got to stop. I can't carry anymore, and I can't hold any more emotional weight for people, because that's what endometriosis is. It is emotional layers of pain that our body has created, and what our body did, because it's eating itself, because it's trying to survive and protect you in the only way that it knows how, and that's how energy is so connected to it. Back to my panic attack. That I'm realizing it's like, okay, that's the only way my body's knowing how to release, and I'm in a place right now, in an environment where I feel safe to do it finally, because I'm in isolation, I'm by myself, I'm saying no to jobs that do nothing but fuck me up, to put it lightly, or not put it lightly. And I'm saying yes to my integration and stepping inside myself to create what's meant for me. But in order to do that, it takes that inner work, and I'm actively working through that void. I'm screaming through my panic attacks, and I'm crying. But you know what? Following after that is something I do every day, twice a day. In the morning, take a shower. I don't even open that door to tend to these cats until I tend to Brittany first. Take a shower. The safest place and the best time I'm noticing to have these scream rager panic attacks is in my shower, because then that energy goes fucking down the drain. The water's grounding for me. I need water. I always need to be around water. My whole life has proved that. So water is very healing for me. Then after that, I lay on the floor with the heating pad underneath the towel, and then I have two towels, a towel for my hair because it's wet, and then a towel with the heating pad underneath it, and I lay there with my feet to the ground, knees bent, and then I do lymphatic massages with castor oil. I use the tools, whatever, and I start from the diaphragm down. This is especially helpful for endo girlies, and especially helpful for endo girlies who have had diaphragmatic endometriosis like myself. It was excised. So I start with my tool, and then I move down, and oh my gosh, I feel the gurgles, because what that's doing is it's moving all of that trapped energy, that trapped emotional pain, all the trauma down into your other main lymphatic pathways, which is right here, your inguinal nodes down here, where your groin is, groin bikini line. Right now, mine are hard and congested, which is causing the pooling. But if you're moving those emotions, those liquids, those fluid retentions, the cortisol from stress, if you're moving that around, that's allowing your body to energetically move it too. Which also, because I've been doing this, which also explains why I've been having these rager panic attacks, because I'm actively moving it all through and trying to push it out. The problem with the ragers is that it spikes cortisol. So anger spikes cortisol. So what I'm actively in the middle of trying to do is transmute it, have my ragers in the shower where it's the safest, best time if I absolutely have to, and by having those and then immediately going into lymphatic massage after, it's training my body and rewiring it, that I don't need to do that, that me being there for myself is my own internal safety, and I don't need to find it outwardly, if that makes sense. I just had all these realizations today, and it is fucking amazing, because like, I'm a resilient person where I can go from, oh my gosh, I go through like a heart-shattering experience and having fucking ragers in my shower for 30 minutes to actively putting it into something. And I want more than anything to share what I've learned today. And I did a 9 card spread on myself and was working on it for 2 hours between me actually studying the cards and picture memory braining them in my mind, because I'm so good at picture practical stuff. Like, you could show me something and I can replicate it, no problem. It's very practical, practical learner. But my point to that is I did a very deep 9 card spread intellectual read on my current situation, and it just helped me come up with the words to create this video. And I would love more than anything to help you with your haircuts, whether you just need to talk. I could do life coaching. I'm thinking of starting some sort of packaging or monthly packages to see if that's something anyone's interested in, because I'm really, really wanting to do this as my work. It means the world to me. It's something I've been, wanting to do, working from home, including my barber chair. Finally got one like a year ago. I'm so excited. I love my barber chair. Between haircuts at home for anybody who lives locally, come here to my shop, or tarot readings or life coaching, because the way I see it, I've gone through the training my entire life, and if you've looked at my previous videos, I kind of gave you a rundown of some of the trauma I've gone through. I'm taking that as preparation for me to be able to do work like this, and it's powerful, and it's hitting me hard that this is something I'm meant to do, and it's sparking my eyes, it's bringing my power back, it's bringing Brittany back, and it's empowering, and I would love to share the same light and the same experience, the same clarifying experience that I'm having for you, like for you to help you reach your destiny. There we go. We're going with that. And it would mean the world to me if you allow me to do that.